Hey, welcome in everybody. I hope you're doing well. So this is the second pre-recorded video I'm doing. I did one for the astrological events on the 25th. Today for this one is going to be the 26th. I'm doing one for the 28th and the 29th, and they will be released in different days. But just so you're aware, I am pre-recording all these. That's why I'm wearing the same outfit. So I didn't want you to think that your girl needed to get some new clothes. I mean, I might, okay? All right? I'm, with Uranus and Gemini, I'm now coming out into the first house. So things will be changing with me physically. But no, I am pre-recording all these videos. So this is the same outfit. It's the same day, just being released on different days, okay? So, this is going to be for April 26th, 2026. Okay? So, this is a day that is going to feel magical. Okay? But could quietly mislead you if you're not paying attention. And here's the part that nobody is talking about. This is the same energy that can help you manifest something beautiful. Can also make you believe something isn't real. All right, so it can be a little confusing. So the question here is, are you stepping into a dream? Or are you walking into an illusion? Because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what's real and what's not. So let's talk about what's actually happening here. So on April 26th, we have two major influences. We have Venus sextile Neptune, and we have Mercury square Jupiter. And at first glance, this looks soft, a feel-good day. But don't get comfortable yet, because these two energies can pull you in completely different directions. One makes you feel deeply connected. The other makes you feel you might overestimate everything, okay? So what happens when your heart says, this is perfect, but your mind is exaggerating the situation? And that's where things get interesting and also dangerous. So let's talk about the romantic relationship part of this, where Venus is sextile Neptune. This is the emotional high. Let's start with the part that feels incredible. Venus sextile Neptune is pure emotional softness. It's romantic energy. It's deep empathy, spiritual connection. It's creative flow. But here's the twist most people miss about this. This energy doesn't show you reality. It shows you potential. So if you meet someone on this day, it might feel like, this is it. This is different. And that feeling, it will feel real. But that doesn't automatically make it true. Have you ever been 100% sure about something, and then later you realize what you were seeing, it was like what you wanted to see? It's kind of like, maybe I just wanted to see that. That's Neptune. So this is the kind of day where red flags might look like, it's a quirk. Silence feels like mystery. And confusion feels like it's depth. And emotionally, people are more open than usual. So conversations do get deeper, faster. Connections feel stronger, quicker. But ask yourself this: is it deep or just fast? Because those are not the same thing. And here's where it gets even more intense. This isn't just about relationships. This affects how you see everything. Music hits harder. You know, there's that great song that it hits you so deep. And then you have memories. They feel more meaningful. You start connecting dots that may have even been connected. They were never connected. And suddenly, everything feels like it hits deeper. There's deeper meaning. But again, Neptune doesn't filter truth. It amplifies feeling. So now we go into Mercury square Jupiter. Here's the mental overload. So now let's bring in the second influence. And this is where things start to spiral. Mercury square Jupiter, it doesn't whisper. It shouts. It's big thinking. It's big believing. But here's the problem. It doesn't always check the facts first. So now imagine this. You feel like something's meant to be, you know? And you're thinking about everything in the biggest, most exaggerated way possible. See the issue? This is where people overpromise, overshare, overreact, and the wild part, they believe themselves. The confidence is high. Accuracy? Not always. This is the kind of energy where someone says, this is going to change everything. And in the moment, you believe it too. Conversations can feel super powerful, but slightly inflated. Information spreads fast, but not always correctly. And mentally, you're trying to process too much at once. So now the real question becomes, what happens when emotional illusion meets mental exaggeration? But that's exactly what April 26th is. Where it all blends. This is where things go from interesting to unpredictable. So we've got a heart that wants to believe. You got the mind that's making everything bigger. And put it together, they create reality that feels incredibly convincing. This is the energy of, I just know this is right. But the question is, do you know or do you feel? Because under this energy, feeling becomes the evidence. And that's where people get pulled in. So this is a day where situations feel more significant than they are. People seem more aligned than they actually are. Opportunities, they look bigger than they are realistically will be. And here's the part most people won't realize until later. The clarity doesn't come during this energy. It comes after. So in the moment, everything feels certain. But later, you might look back and think, why did I believe that so quickly? And that doesn't mean the day is bad. It just means it requires awareness. Let's zoom in, or excuse me, let's zoom out because this isn't just personal. It's collective, right? It's everybody. You're not the only one feeling this. Everybody is. And that changes everything. People are more expressive, but they're less precise. Conversations feel meaningful, but they might lack clarity. So if something feels slightly off in a conversation, trust your instinct. When we talk about relationships, romantic energy, it's elevated. Emotional walls come down faster, but so does projection. You might not be seeing this person. You might be seeing an idea of them. And creatively, this is where the energy shines. Art, music, writing, all of it's amplified. If you've been blocked creatively, this is the moment it all breaks through. This is one of the best days for manifestation, visualization, emotional expression. But there's a difference between creating something and actually committing to it. And April 26th is better for creating than deciding. So the warning here, let's be real for a second. This energy can feel so good that you won't want to question it. And that's exactly what you should be doing, okay? Because this is where feelings override logic. Optimism overrides realism. Imagination overrides truth. Not everything that feels aligned is actually stable. So here's how to move through this day. Feel everything, but verify what matters. Pause before saying yes. Pause before believing everything you hear. Pause before locking anything in. Because timing matters. And this is not grounded timing. So April 26, 2026, it's not here to confuse you. It's here to test your awareness. Can you enjoy the feeling without getting lost in it? Because this is the day that shows you two realities at once. The dream and the truth. And your power is knowing the difference. If you can do that, this doesn't become a day of illusion. It becomes a day of creative power. So I hope this resonates. I hope you find this information helpful. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. This helps gets this type of content out to other people looking for it. So I love you guys. If you didn't see the video for the 25th, make sure you check that out and stay tuned for the video for the astrological event for the 28th and the 29th. So until then, I love you guys. I hope it was helpful, and I will talk to you soon.